Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, từ Helium từ trên Scout, Logistics và Warehouse. Xem hình thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.
Today, we're going to be going over 20 quick strategies that will help you and your team level up your Amazon business for this year. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Want to enter in an Amazon keyword and then within seconds get up to thousands of potentially related keywords that you could research? Then you need Magnet by Helium 10. For more information, go to h10.me/magnet. Magnet works in most Amazon marketplaces, including USA, Mexico, Australia, Germany, UK, India, and much more. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Serious Sellers Podcast by Helium 10. I'm your host, Bradley Sutton, and this is the show that's a completely BS-free, unscripted, and unrehearsed, organic conversation about serious strategies for serious sellers of any level in the e-commerce world. And we've got another installment of our Seller Strategy Masterclass session. All right, this is where I give you guys quick-hitting tips and strategies, and from what I've heard from you, for most of you, like at least 75% of these that we do once a month, you guys are not currently implementing. So, maybe you don't need to have every single one in your kind of repertoire here or in your, tool chest, but I would say you should implement at least half of these. But if you have a big team and you can like assign different strategies to different people on your team and do all of them, then man, you are really going to be setting yourself apart from the competition. Now, a lot of this stuff that we're going to go over today has to do with something that pretty much everybody has access to, the Helium 10 Chrome extension and the about 10 different tools that it has. Remember that this is the extension that is used by more people than any other Amazon seller tool out there. We have almost 1 million users of the tool currently. We've had over 2 million in history. So I think second place is like in the 400,000 range or something. So a lot of you, if not every one of you, have access to at least the free version of this tool. So this is something that I know everybody can be doing. Now, what's going to help you guys to go over this is for those of you watching this or listening to this, and you're sitting at a computer, I highly recommend just having a couple browser windows open so you can be going over and pausing this episode as I mention these strategies and try it out yourself. Or if you guys are just listening to this, in the car or something, just make sure to come back to this when you are at a desk so that you can review some of these strategies and try to remember which ones you like. I mean, there's going to be some like super cool ones. Like you probably didn't even realize you could be on an Amazon page and instantly find the top keywords for whichever products you pick without even having to go into Helium 10 or anything. You probably didn't even realize that Amazon is telling you the 6 main keywords that people are searching for before and after a certain search term in the Amazon search results. Like, did you know that that's there? And then do you know how to like get some quick information on it? Do you know how you can analyze the top 10 search results on a certain keyword based on different metrics? I mean, the list goes on and on of super cool strategies that we're going to be going over today. All right, strategy number 1 is how to gauge demand on Amazon, even though you are on a website like Alibaba.com or Shopify. All right, so why this is important is sometimes we might get into the rut of like, oh, I can only use like Helium 10 Black Box, or I can only search for product opportunity actually on Amazon. But a lot of times you can find some unique things that are trending on other websites. Like here is one of my strategies. Like let's say I just happen to be searching for a bat shelf and I find it on Alibaba.com. What I like to do, if I find a factory, guys, that has a lot of reviews, I'll actually click on their factory link in their Alibaba page. And then what I want to do is I just want to search through some of their other products and see, is there anything interesting that maybe I could just do some quick research into? Maybe something that's trending in China that's not here in the States yet. All right, so if I'm looking on this particular one, this guy was selling bat shelves, but I clicked on his other products and I see he's got something wood wine rack. So if I click into there, I see a whole bunch of interesting products that I didn't even know existed. And then I see these, a few of them here that are pretty interesting. This looks like a wall-mounted wine bottle rack. I see a few of these here. Wall-mounted wine rack. All right, so what I can do is I can just, on this page, I can actually click the Chrome extension, and I'm going to hit this tool called Analyze Product Demand on Amazon. And then I would type right there, wall-mounted wine rack. All right, I haven't left Alibaba.com. All right, and then I hit See Analysis, and what shows up is it's going to show me if that exact keyword has search volume on Amazon, and some related keywords to it and some data on it. Now, this right here, as you guys can see, those of you watching this on YouTube, there's nothing much here. Like this keyword that I entered only has 633 search volume, but take a look at the variations down below of what it says. Wine rack wall mounted, so just shifting the keywords around, that has 9,000 search volume on Amazon. Here's something that 5 minutes ago I didn't even know existed, or at least this exact keyword I didn't know was a thing. And now I realize it is something that has almost 10,000 searches a month. So guys, this is a great technique to use when you're just like, you just can't seem to find new product opportunity to expand your brand, especially if you're on your own supplier's website. You know, probably a lot of the products, like if you're making coffin shelves or a bat shelf at a factory, their other wooden products probably could potentially go in line with some of your existing brands. So if you're on this another website like Alibaba, do that. But if you're on Shopify, like a Shopify website, you see something interesting right there, you know, don't feel like you have to go into Helium 10 or go into Amazon and start, you know, doing some research. Before you even do that, you can actually see by running the Chrome extension on any page on the internet, guys. You can be on Pinterest, you can be on Etsy. Hit the Helium 10 Chrome extension, hit the demand analyzer, type in whatever you're looking at, and it will pop up what kind of related keywords, what kind of search volume that it will have. All right, strategy number 2. This is what I call a no-click strategy. All right, this is how to get useful, actionable information from search results on Amazon without even having to click anything or open a tool or anything. All right, so let's just say I was typing in coffin shelf on Amazon. If you guys have the Chrome extension installed, you're going to automatically see some information. Now, what is the actionable part, or what what might be interesting? You know, you might think, wait a minute, no. If I'm on Amazon, I need to run X-ray in order to get estimated sales. You don't have to necessarily. If you're in a hurry, you're just trying to get some like quick data. The Chrome extension, if you have it installed, it's going to show you the ASIN. It's going to show you the flag right here of where the seller who sells this product is based out of. So you can see here the first line of coffin shelf results. They're all based in the USA. Now, I might not see estimated sales here, but what I can see is the BSR of the main category. So without even having to click on the X-ray to see the sales, guys, just by looking at the BSR, you'll know if something is selling well or not. I like also seeing how many sellers it has, right? You see this first line of coffin shelves. What do you notice, guys? Every single one of them says one seller. What does that mean? That means these are all probably private label products. If I was on the search results of a page and I saw the number of sellers here was like, 10 and 15 and 8, that probably means that there's a lot of these products are arbitrage or wholesale, right? I could see what is the fulfillment. And then one of my favorite parts is if Amazon has exposed that information, you can actually see the creation date of the listing. All right. So again, why is this important? How can this help you? Don't feel that you have to wait until different extensions, load up. If you're just trying to do some like quick hitting glances in your niche or maybe in a potential niche, just take a look at that little box of information that comes up when you have the Helium 10 Chrome extension installed. And without even going into too much detail, you're going to be able to see some great top level information there. All right, let's go into the next strategy now. And that is how to see what other Amazon marketplaces a product is listed in. All right, so let's say I'm on this Manny's Mysterious Oddities. This is our product, right? So this is what I think everybody should do to your own product, or you can actually do it for other products. But this is obviously my product, right? Now, what you do on the actual product page is at the very top where there's like a listing health score, click this button that says View More, and then click Marketplace. Guys, what you are going to see is multiple marketplaces across Amazon. Amazon Canada, Mexico, Australia, Japan, India, more and more. And you are going to see all these marketplaces in which this product is active. And you might not even realize, like I know I only sell this coffin shelf in US, Canada, and Mexico, but look what I'm looking at. There's somebody selling it for $67 in Germany. There's somebody selling this in India. There's somebody selling this in Japan. That means people are using my listing to sell my product. And, you know, that might be getting me bad reviews or who knows what the heck is going on. So number one, how this is useful is by knowing where your product is active. And it's like, you know, maybe I need to go take action and take over those listings back. Another option is you could be looking at your competitors. You know, maybe you are selling across marketplaces and you notice that maybe in one marketplace, they're really doing well. Well, maybe you can prioritize now that marketplace. It even shows you guys how many units left they have in stock. All right. So that's pretty crazy. Like you can just look here, like whoever's selling our coffin shelf in Japan, they have 30 units in stock. Like what the heck is going on, right? So this is a great way to kind of like look at your own product. So this is something I definitely want you guys to do to your own product, your best sellers. If you are not selling in all marketplaces and you want to make sure nobody else is, click this and you might be surprised what you find out. All right, along these same lines as how many units are left in stock, this is something that you wouldn't use on your own listing, but the strategy number 4 is how to see if it's available, approximately how many units your competitors have left in stock. All right, super simple. I think it's kind of a no-brainer about why this could be helpful. Like maybe you want to see if they have like 1,000 units left in stock, or maybe they're about to run out of stock, or maybe you're a wholesale or arbitrage seller and you're like, I'm not sure, I can't compete with whoever has the buy box now, but are they going to run out of stock soon? Maybe I can compete with them. So super simple, guys. You don't even have to click into the Chrome extension. You just scroll down and underneath, you know, where the bullet points are, there's like this widget that Helium 10 has, and there's a button that says inventory levels. All right, just hit inventory levels and it's going to pop up the different offers that are appearing on this page by different sellers, and it'll say how many units they have left in stock. Now, what you see here is I personally have put a max inventory, or not max inventory, but max quantity on the Helium 10 coffin shelf. So the most anybody else using this Chrome extension can see of me is 5, because that's all I'm allowing people to purchase at a time. But you can see that my FBM listing, I have 20 left listed in stock. All right, so guys, this is something super simple to be able to see, first of all of the different sellers who are selling on a listing, and then for each of them, how many units they have left in stock. Now, I mentioned this to be used for your competitors, but this is also good on your own listing. Like, let's say you get a hijacker on your listing, like somebody else is, maybe they don't steal the buy box per se, but another seller hops on your listing. Well, if they've got 500 units, that's obviously something you're going to want to take action on. Like, hey, I better go report this to Amazon, maybe do a test buy, see what the heck is going on, because I know I don't wholesale my product out or something like that, right? But if they only have like 1 or 2 units, then a lot of you might just reason like, okay, I'm just going to ignore this. This might be a customer who just like bought some product or bought, you know, from me, and now they're just gonna, like, they changed their mind, they're trying to sell it, whatever, right? So that's another case where knowing how many stocks somebody, or how much left in stock somebody has, can be helpful. All right, the next strategy we are going to go over now is how to check the keyword density of a competitor's listing. All right, so this is like super key and super easy. Like, maybe you know that a certain, you know, niche has a set of important keywords, and you're like, hey, this seller here is like #1 in the game. I wonder how he did his listing optimization. Like, how is he using these keywords in his listing? All right, so we're going to stay right here on the Manny's Mysterious Oddities coffin shelf. Just pretend that this is not our product, right? And then what I would do is, in that same section where I had the inventory levels, I'm going to hit this button called Listing Optimizer. Now, when I hit Listing Optimizer, just one click, guys, it is instantly going to open up in Helium 10 Scribbles. It's importing the entire front end of the listing, not their back end search terms, but it's importing the front end of their listing, the title, the bullet points, the description, if there is one. And then, so what I can do is on the left-hand side of Scribbles, you know how where you can put in your keywords that you want to include in your listing? Well, use it the same way. Like, for example, I put here 3 phrases: coffin shelf, Gothic decor, and coffin bookshelf. I'm wondering how is my competitor optimizing his listing around these keywords? Well, now that I did that, and now that I can see his entire listing in Scribbles, I can see that, wow, he's actually using the phrase coffin shelf 9 times in his listing. So if I hit the button of coffin shelf, instantly it's going to be highlighted every single part of the listing where he has it. And I can see here, wow, he's got it once in the title. It looks like he's got it in 2 of the bullet points. He's got it a couple times in his description. But look at this. Gothic decor is something I know isn't important, but wait a minute. He does not even have this word in phrase form at all in his listing. All right. So guys, these are things that
anh chị đang bán hàng trên Amazon. Skyrock cung cấp các dịch vụ dành cho các nhà bán hàng trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, từ Helium, từ cho dầu cao, logistics và warehouse. Xem hình thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.
I'm getting these insights in seconds with just one click. All right. So this is a way you can kind of know, first of all, what is your competitor doing as far as what keywords they're focusing on and how they're spreading it around their listing. But maybe there's an important keyword that you can actually see that they don't even have in phrase form. And then guess what? If you have it in phrase form in your listing, you know, the Amazon algorithm will smile a little bit better on your listing as opposed to your competitor's listing. All right, strategy number 6 for today is how to check the seasonality, maybe the pricing history, and the out of stock history for a competitor's product. All right, this doesn't always work in every situation, especially if they've never gone out of stock, but really easy. Let me show you guys how to do that. We're going to stay in that same section of the listing that I was talking about before, right underneath the images and bullet points. And this is actually a big widget that is by default the BSR history. All right. So that is actually a great way to, first of all, see the seasonality. I'm going to hit all time. I can go back to when this listing was first made. And then if I see kind of a steady BSR, I know there's not much seasonality here, but if I see huge peaks and valleys over certain periods of time, now I know this product is a little bit seasonal. Another thing you can look at is the pricing history. Like, look, way back then, like, you know, I know what my pricing history was, but let's say I'm a competitor coffin shelf and I'm trying to look at the Project X one. I can see, wow, you know, back in 2020, they were selling this product for $30, but look, the price has been going down. Now it's $26.97. All right. So you can see the entire pricing history of any product. And just a quick tip, guys, this is actually a Amazon buyer hack too. So all of us purchase stuff on Amazon too. So what I do is I actually use the Chrome extension when there's deals of the day or Prime deals or, you know, Black Friday deals. What I'll do is I'll run the Chrome extension, or I'll just look on that listing. And if they have like some big crazy discount price, I'm going to check, like, is this really the best price? Or like, what did they do last year in Black Friday? What can I expect them to do this year? Or did these guys just like raise up their MSRP and then that's why they have this inflated discount? So even if you're just an Amazon buyer, you can get some insights that will help you with your buying decision. But anyways, we're here to talk about Amazon selling. So getting back into it right here, I can see, like I said, the price history, and then I can actually see potentially when they went out of stock. Like, I can just look at this graph, all right? When you see a steady BSR and then all of a sudden the BSR just gets higher and higher and higher, right? For a time with no valleys. What does that mean, guys? That means they were out of stock, and I can confirm that. These are when we were out of stock of the coffin shelf. But now I can, you know, if I was a competitor, I can see, wow, this product was going out of stock like every few months, but they must have got their stuff together, because the last whole year, these guys have not been going out of, they have not been going out of stock. So this is like a kind of like a really cool way, guys, to be able to get some insights, you know, without necessarily hacking somebody's product. But you could see these important features like seasonality, pricing history, and if this competitor is going out of stock a lot. All right, number 7 is how to check the profitability of a product, and also what impact like a packaging size change might make. All right, so this is huge, guys. This right here can be money in your pockets. But first of all, let's talk about just seeing the profitability. All right, this is super simple. We're in this same section right here underneath the image. You just hit this button called Profitability Calculator, and it's going to come up all of these different aspects of the listing. This is, you don't have to be putting the most of the information in. Helium 10 is pulling it directly from Amazon, the retail price of this product, what the dimensions are, the weight. And then what's important is, Amazon doesn't just charge by strict weight. Like if the product is a little bit bigger, you're going to get charged for a more heavy package just because of the size. Like this coffin shelf is actually billed at as if it weighed almost 4 pounds. And the reason is because of the size of the package. The unit manufacturing cost, this is what you guys have to put in. All right. So I'll tell you later how to get a quick quote, but this is what you guys have to put in. This is just a random price that populates here so that it's not blank, but you need to enter this. The other thing you need to enter is your estimated freight cost. And then also like maybe you think you're going to have 10% tacos, which is your, total advertising cost of sales. You might go ahead and put that 10% here, and then you could actually see what is your net margins. But let me give you guys an example of how just by using this, you might be able to save tons of money on your profitability, right? So let's say the example I use, let's say this product was 9 by 9 by 9, right? So if it is 9 by 9 by 9, you'll see that Amazon actually calls this a small oversized package. All right, small oversize and it gives you an outbound shipping weight of 5 pounds. Using all of these things that I have in this profitability calculator, this exact product, if everything else is correct here, I'm only making $1.52 profit, right? But watch what happens. This is the beauty about the profitability calculator. Go ahead and go into the dimensions and just play around with it. Add an inch, take away an inch here or there, right? Watch what happens when I just change one of these dimensions from 9 by 9 by 9 to 9 by 9 by 8. I'm just changing 1 inch on one side. It just so happens that that 1 inch changes it down to large standard size. And now my profit went up from $1 and change to $6. Guys, $6 from $1. So I would almost do this on your own products too, and just play around with those dimensions. Like, are you on one of those borders of one of those size tier changes where you just have to like shave 1 inch or 2 inches off of a couple sides of your package and it could potentially double your profits? That's literally what happened right here. It was actually more than 3x the profit just by changing 1 inch on one side. So if you have a lot of products, guys, I would hire one of my, or not hire, but I would tell one of my employees to just go through and then make sure that I'm not like on the borderline of any of these size tiers. And who knows, shaving 1 inch or 2 inches off of your next shipment, it could mean literally hundreds or possibly thousands of dollars to your bottom line. All right, strategy number 8, how to just take a quick glance at your product on if the dimensions might be off, like maybe Amazon changed it. Now, of course, this shouldn't even be necessary if you guys have Helium 10 alerts turned on, because you would have gotten a notification that Amazon changed your dimensions. But let's say you're new to Helium 10, right? And you didn't have alerts before. So you don't know what's happened in the last year or 2 years on maybe Amazon changed your dimensions. Here is an easy way that I like to have an idea if Amazon screwed something up. And I literally just used this 3 days ago on one of my other accounts. I didn't realize because I wasn't paying attention to my alerts. Actually, no, I take that back. It wasn't because of alerts. It's because I actually changed the package size. All right. So I used this strategy I just talked about, and my new shipment had a smaller package. I guess I forgot to tell Amazon that I made this change. Right. So actually, hold on. I'm going to find this product, and I'm actually going to show you exactly what I saw and how I was able to save some money. All right, so what you guys are looking at is the exact section that I'm talking about. Let me just show you on a regular listing where you can find that. You just scroll down to below the Helium 10 BSR graph, and then you'll see it right to the right of this revenue calculator. You'll see a big thing that says ASIN, and it's basically going to show you the BSRs, but it's going to have the item dimensions and the package dimensions. So for example, right here, this is the coffin shelf, right? I'm just taking a quick look at this, and I entered the item dimensions. Amazon is not going to change your item dimensions, all right? They don't remeasure your actual item. So this you can pretty much be sure, hey, this is what I put in when I created the listing. And as you can see, it's 14 by 3.5 by 7.5. Now, what Amazon changes sometimes is the package dimensions, right? So take a look at this. It is 14.8 by 4.2 by 8. Now, I just look at this, and in 5 seconds, I'm like, all right, we're good here. Because look, doesn't it make sense that if my item is 14 inches long, well, the package is about 15 inches long, or 14.8. That's about right? But take a look at what I saw on my other product, all right? When I saw, this is just literally 2 days ago. And as a matter of fact, you guys are looking at a live image because they haven't even changed it yet. I did a report to Amazon, but take a look at this. It says item dimensions 21 by 11.5 by 0.5. This is the new dimensions I did because I actually made this product a little bit smaller. But look at this package dimensions. For a 21-inch tall product, it's saying the package is 25.3. For an 11.5-inch wide, it's saying the package is 15 inches. So I saw this and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right. I know there's not like all that open area in the box. So I checked the history and the alerts, and sure enough, I guess I never informed Amazon, 4 months ago when I changed the dimensions. And so for about 4 months, Amazon has been basically overcharging me for this item due to my, human error of not informing them that my package had a little bit different size. And so what I did was, thanks to this, and thanks to me just doing this little audit here that took me like 10 seconds to do, I was able to submit a claim to Amazon. And I'm sure they're going to remeasure it right now. And then they're going to be like, okay, yeah, we're going to refund you, probably like $1,000. I think that's how much I've lost because of this. So that was just one product, guys, that I happened to see this. So don't you think that it was worth my 10 seconds it took for me to do this to get that $1,000 back? So that's something that I think you guys should, again, hire one of your employees to do, or you to do yourself. If you don't have that many products, go into each of your product pages on Amazon and just take a quick glance at that comparison of item dimensions with package dimensions and see if something's off. Now, where this doesn't work is obviously if you have an item dimension of a product that like folds, or you have to put it together and stuff, like where it's not a one-to-one correlation. The reason why this worked is because, hey, I put my coffin shelf exactly as it is inside of a package, so I know the package size has to kind of be the same as the item size. All right, the next tip is for you wholesale or arbitrage sellers. This is something that is really easy. Like when you are selling, wholesale or arbitrage, and you're fighting like a whole bunch of people for the buy box, there's like 10 people who are actually, maybe fighting for the buy box. Well, what you are really fighting with are not every single person, right, who's on that listing. Like, let's say the buy box is $30 and there's 4 sellers who are selling a product for $40. You're not fighting them for the buy box. They will never, ever get the buy box if there's people selling it for 30 and they're at 40, right? You're really only fighting for the buy box for people who are within about 2% of that buy box. So where you guys need to look at is right underneath that BSR chart, hit the button that says Sales Estimator. And this is going to say, first of all, how many competitive offers there are. Now, this is not a wholesale product, that Project X Coffin Shelf. There's only one seller, which is me, right? But if there was like 10 people here selling, it would say, it's going to tell you how many people are within 2% of the buy box. Let's just pretend that there are five people all fighting for this, right? What it would do is it would say 5, and then I would hit Launch Sales Estimator. Now, what happens is it is going to tell me based on how many sellers there are fighting for the buy box, and then based on the Helium 10 estimate for sales, it's going to give me an idea that if Amazon was distributing the buy box evenly, and I became now the 6th seller, remember again, there's 5 people fighting for buy box within 2%, how much sales I would be doing. And so this is telling me that there's about 55 sales I would be doing. So again, you wholesale sellers, arbitrage sellers, you can't just click on X-ray and say, oh, this product is selling 1,000 units a month. If I start selling it, I'm going to sell 1,000 in 1 month. No, if you're fighting for the buy box with X number of people, you got to kind of like calculate how much sales you're going to have. So that is another strategy for you wholesale and arbitrage sellers out there. All right, next strategy is how to get a list of all the products on a product page at any one given time that's showing up in frequently bought together, that's showing up in the sponsored product section, and that's showing up in a section like 4-star and above. All right. So, you know, when you're on a page, there's a lot of advertisements on this page, and there's also a lot of variations, right? So I'm here on the coffin shelf page. It has a pink version, a purple version. If I start scrolling down, I see frequently bought together. Those are really good products to kind of like have in mind, especially if I want to do like product targeting ads later, right? I see this section called 4 stars and above. What these are, guys, the 4 stars and above, these are sponsored products, all right? People are paying for these placements right here. And maybe I'm like, hey, I want a list of who the heck is showing up on my page, or maybe this is my competitor's page. I want a list of who is advertising on their page. It's going to give me ideas on who I should be advertising against. There's also another section here called products related to this item. That's another sponsored product page. So a quick way to just grab all of the ASINs. You're like, what do you notice here, guys? You don't see that. It's not like I can just, you know, copy an ASIN for these. It doesn't really say. So what I do is I hit the Chrome extension and I'm going to hit ASIN grabber. And I can say, hey, I want to see the 4-star and above products. I want to see the sponsored products, and I want to see it frequently bought together. And then I hit open, and it's going to pop up all of the ASINs that are showing up on this page. And now I can quickly just download into Excel, into a CSV report. And now I'm going to have the list of all the titles and the list of the ASINs of all of these listings that are showing up on this page. So if this was my listing, I'm going to save that, and I want to start tracking who the heck is advertising on my page. Or maybe I'm just going to like take this list and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to drop this into product targeting campaign, because if this is my competitor's product, I want to go ahead and target these products as well. So super great strategy at analyzing who the heck is showing up on your page and your competitors' pages. Now, along that same tool, ASIN grabber, by the way, guys, I talked about this years ago, but remember how Lego, the company Lego, uses Helium 10, and they were on the podcast once before. And you know how everybody else, when I ask them, what's your favorite tool of Helium, they'll say like Cerebro or something. But it was funny. Silas's favorite tool, I remember, or one of his favorite, was ASIN grabber, which is what we're talking about right now. Now, you know, sometimes I question Silas's mental capacity. He jumps in frozen lakes every day. I watch him on his Instagram. But anyways, he's a very, very smart guy. He knows what he's doing. And so I asked him, like, why do you like ASIN grabber? It's such a random tool. And he was like, man, it was like killer for being able to run his product targeting campaign. So if I understand correctly, let me show you exactly what he was doing. So he might say like, hey, but let's just pretend that there is a Lego coffin shelf or something. But he wants to see for that keyword or any keyword, I just want to find out all of the ASINs on the top 2 pages that are showing up in the search results, right? And then just, you know, I'm just going to start doing some campaigns, product targeting campaigns or sponsor display campaigns, whatever the case may be, on all of these ASINs. Now, instead of copying them one by one or having to open up, you know, X-ray and filter everything out, it just takes 2 clicks. You click on the Chrome extension, and then you hit ASIN grabber, and it is going to pull up all of the ASINs that are showing up, not just on page 1, guys, but page 2, up to 120 listings. And then instantly you can go ahead and download it. And then you can just drop those ASINs into a PPC campaign. Now, the other use case for this is, especially if you're doing research on seasonal products, like, you know, it's going to be, you know, Valentine's Day, right? And maybe you're too late for Valentine's Day this year. Maybe you want to do Valentine's Day product next year. Well, what you should be doing is you should actually go in, you know, to some Valentine's Day main keywords, and then use ASIN grabber, and just so you can get a snapshot of who was ranking when, so that you can go back in history and take a look. Now, I say that now, or I've been saying this for a long time, but actually, if you're a Helium 10 Elite member, you actually have a way where you don't need to do this necessarily, because you have access to historical Cerebro. So you can go see, you know, what was the ranking situation for Valentine's Day products, you know, going back in time. Like right now, I could just go and see, hey, what were the top, what keywords were the top Valentine's Day product performing for February 2022, right? But for the majority of you, you might not have Elite. You just have the free version of ASIN grabber, even, you know, not even the platinum version of Helium 10. You can actually use this strategy so you can take snapshots of what is going on at a certain time. All right, guys. I thought I could cram this all into one episode, but there's just too much fire here. It's too much good stuff. So I'm going to break right now, and then we're going to come back in the next episode and give you guys a second set of strategies using the Chrome extension that is definitely going to keep helping you level up. So don't forget to tune in. Next episode, I got some more fire for you there. See you there.
Chị đang bán hàng trên Amazon. Skyrock cung cấp các dịch vụ dành cho các nhà bán hàng trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, từ Helium, từ Trên Scout, logistics và warehouse. Xem thêm thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.